Hello everybody, it's CJ or Christian. I know I haven't been on my channel a lot, I'm sorry, this will change. There's some videos out there, so if you haven't watched my previous one, you should go watch that now.
Especially where he's in the hospital.
Yes. It's a good story to tell. I'm here today with my friend Shaetanica, who's been staying with me for a few months here in Eugene, Oregon. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I do some different things. I have another channel too, and just been having a good time staying with Christian here. So
yeah.
He's a good host.
That's exciting. So yes, definitely check out Shaetanica's channel. I'll post it in the links below, probably somewhere around my face, so you can link to that as well. But today we are doing the gender tag, which has been floating around YouTube for a little bit here. And I have questions that I'm going to ask Shaetanica, and then we're going to discover gender together.
Yeah.
So you ready?
Fun. I'm ready.
Cool. Okay. So question 1. How do you self-identify your gender, and what does that definition mean to you?
So I think of myself primarily as trans because it is the most easy way to describe my gender, I feel. I have a lot of fluidity and kind of like on my fringes. I have this fluidity where I feel agender a lot of times or trans femme, but I don't identify as a trans woman. And I feel really uncomfortable when I'm included in like being called like a woman or, you know, it's not quite for me, you know? Yeah, so that's my answer to that.
Yeah, I definitely feel that for sure. Question 2. What pronouns honor you?
I use she, her, hers, although I'm also comfortable with they, them, theirs as well. So kind of whichever. I'm not picky about that. I do like the female pronouns as it's very kind of a juxtaposition to having the male pronouns thrown at me my whole life before I transitioned. But either one work.
Cool. Question 3. Can you describe the clothing that you most often wear?
Black. I do wear some colors sometimes, but most of what I wear is black. And in terms of my like fashion, I guess, like style or that sort of thing, I kind of call what I do agro-femme. So it's like kind of an aggressive femininity sort of thing. Yeah.
It's cool. That's awesome. I really like that. 4. Talk about your choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you choose to shave or choose to not shave? So
I really dislike body hair. It's something that there's this image burned into my mind of Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura 2 leaping through the fire and his hairless glory of a chest, right? Like just so beautiful and hairless. And I always thought that was just very beautiful. And so I prefer hairless. I use a epilator for my body hair, which if you don't know what that is, it's also something I like to think of as a medieval torture device that just rips your hairs out. It's pretty painful. It's intense, but you know, then I don't have to deal with my hairs for like 2 weeks or whatever. So, you know, there's a trade-off. I used to have facial hair. I don't know if you know this or not, but I used to have like a giant handlebar mustache back in my hipster days. And that was a lot of fun, but no, I don't have any facial hair anymore. And the little bit that I do have left, I generally just kind of, you know, shave off. Yeah, so hairless is how I prefer to be. Yeah.
That's awesome. I cannot believe you use the torture device. No, I've seen them before. I would never even...
I even use it on my belly. Oh my God, it is so intense.
Cannot imagine.
Yep.
No. More power to you.
Thank you.
For sure. All right. Question 5. Talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? What types of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any?
So yes, I absolutely use cosmetics, as you can tell. Although I don't normally do a foundation. I don't like having that feeling on my skin. I will wear one, but generally, I prefer not to. So I really love doing my eyes and my eyebrows, of course. They're my favorite part, kind of. I do love doing my nails. And you mentioned about doing your nails and having them chip all the time.
Yes.
In the video that we recorded for my channel. That's why I got these gel nails. And I got these like almost 3 weeks ago. And they're like, they're baked on there, right? But they do a really good job. They really hold up well. But if I do normal nail polish, they're chipped in, you know, a couple of days because of playing guitar and all of that. So, and then do I use any soaps or cosmetics? I use just kind of like, I don't know, a peppermint soap or something. I don't wear deodorant. I don't put smelly stuff in my hair. Like, I don't really use shampoo. Like, I do every now and then, but most of the time I just am rinsing my hair out and I condition it once a week. I still shower regularly, you know. It's, so I've come to really appreciate the smell of my body. And meat makes you smell like a rotting pile of meat. That's what I will say. So I stopped eating beef, and all of a sudden I really liked how I smell.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I've never noticed a bad smell around you.
Thank
So
you.
smell very nice. Yeah. I, on the other hand, still feel the need to use deodorant. Oh, that smell. Anyway, question 6. Have you experienced being misgendered? If so, how often?
I have. It's been a while. So I finished my transition a little more than a year ago, and it's over that time, like, even the last few months of the transition, I wasn't really getting misgendered at all. But like the first few months, of course, you know, I was really androgynous or genderqueer. It was like a very mishmash of gender cues, right? And yeah, I don't get misgendered very often. I really dislike when it happens. But luckily, it's not a normal part of my reality anymore.
That's good.
So.
Yay!
Yeah, yay!
Super fun. Awesome. Question 7. Do you experience dysphoria? How does that affect you?
I do experience dysphoria. In fact, I've been having some today. Normally, I notice that it lines up with my estrogen shots that I do every other week. And usually the last like 5 days before my next shot is coming up, that's when I'm feeling it. Pretty, I don't know, just like seeing myself in a mirror, like not how I feel, or, you know, I'll be like changing clothes or something and I'll like see my body in a certain way that's like not how I feel. And then I do my estrogen shot and it goes away. Like, you know, it's really nice. So it's something that's still a part of my life. I feel once I am off of the cyclical dosing of estrogen and go back to where I'm just taking it every day and on a steady level, that will go away. So
awesome. Fingers crossed.
Right. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Sure. Question 8. I love this. It just says talk about children. So are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child if that were an option for you? Do you want to be the primary caretaker for any children you may have? So
this question has actually come up in my relationship with my partner, Michelle. And no, I don't want like kids right now, right? Like I'm not in a place where I feel like I can adequately provide for them either financially or emotionally. I'm still dealing with my own shit, you know? But at the same time, it's something that I see being a part of my life later down the road. Sometime when I am able to, you know, I'm more stable and having a better support network around me and all of these sorts of things. Would I want to carry a child? No, I don't. No. Just no. And then do I want to be like a primary provider, right? Yeah. That's something that, again, my partner and I talked about in the aspect of doing that together. And maybe even, having another couple be a part of that. And that's something we've talked about as well. So it's all kind of off in the future for now, but I think at some point I will probably adopt. That's what I'm going to say, like, as an absolute, like, I don't want to have my own. I can't have my own anyways. And yeah, so.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. So on the topic of finances, talk about money. Is it important for you to provide for a family financially if you choose to have one? Is it important that you earn more money than a partner? And do you prefer to pay for things like dates? Alternatively, are you uncomfortable when others pay for you or offer to pay for you?
So money. What was the first question?
Okay, this is a very long
of them.
question. It's a lot. So let's break it down. So is it important for you to provide for family financially?
Oh, yeah. Like if that is something that Michelle and I are going to do, yeah, I definitely want to be able to be a part of that. I don't think it necessarily has to be financially, because there's plenty of couples where one person works and the other person is at home and takes care of things, So I think that's a good way to provide. But at the same time, with what we're both trying to do, it sounds very much like we both want to be involved heavily in that aspect, So I see a trade-off, and finances are definitely a part of wanting to be stable, to be able to provide a stable environment for somebody. And then, what is it? I can't.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. So is it important for you to earn more than any partner?
Oh, no, it's not important for me to earn more. As long as I can cover my part of it and be able to have extra to put in for, the upkeep of the family, I feel like that's fine. It's doable. As far as like dates and things, I really enjoy being generous when I'm able to be, and paying for people to come out. That's part of that. At the same time, I really love doing the Dutch thing, and something that my partner and I have implemented is if one of us asks the other out, then that's how we determine about like who's going to pay. But a lot of times we'll talk about going out and then we just pay each for our own. And I feel like that works really well. And I don't feel very uncomfortable when people want to pay for me. I feel very gracious and, am appreciative of others' generosity.
Definitely. So last and final question 10. Is there anything else you want to share about your experience with gender?
Gender doesn't exist. That's what I want to share. It's a construct created by our society. And here's how you can test if gender exists. 2 + 2 = 4 in America, and it equals 4 in Turkey, and it equals 4, in Africa, wherever you're gonna go, right? But see, like gender doesn't do that, because here in America, if you're a man and you wear a skirt, oh well, you're a queero or you may get made fun of. But you have the Scots who wear kilts and they're masculine as fuck, and they got it, And then you go over to Arab culture and they have long, just one-piece linen, body drapes that they wear or whatever. I don't know what they're actually called. And then you look at other cultures throughout whatever, gender is culturally relevant, but it is not something that is an absolute, and it's just a construct. So just play with it and have fun. That's what I say.
I think we just need a thing that's you going, gender doesn't exist, mic drop, and just walk away.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, thank you for taking time today to hang out with me and answer some questions about gender.
Totally. Thanks for having me.
Yes, definitely. If you want to see my responses to these questions, you have to head over to Shaetanica's channel, where they will be there as we did this flip-floppy hosting each other thing.
Where I grill him.
Yes. No. We both passed the gender test.
Yeah, we did. We passed.
We passed. So it's good. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good rest of your day and take it easy. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.